Hello. Welcome back to my channel. This is Teacher Nath, your English teacher that will make you wonder.
So ayun ang topic natin sa video lesson na ito ay tungkol sa plot, setting, and characterization. At the end of this video lesson, you are expected to differentiate plot, setting, and characterization. Identify author's purpose, and appraise the unity of plot, setting, and characterization in a material viewed. Learning task number 1. Study the pictures, then identify the characters, plot, and setting of the story. Write your answers in your notebook. Ngayon naman ay talakayin na natin ang characters, characterization, plot, and setting. I know na some of you ay familiar na sa topic na ito dahil elementary pa lang ay dinidiscuss na ito sa inyo. Pero dahil nasa module siya, kailangan nating talakayin. Wala tayong choice, pero hindi kanya chinuse. Pareho tayo. Let's start with characters. Ano nga ba ang characters? Pakibasa mo nga. Ay, hindi pala kita maririnig. Sabay na lang nating basahin. Halika. Characters refer to persons, creatures, or things serving as actors or movers in a story. They portray specific roles with corresponding dialogues and plot lines. Stories have protagonist and antagonist. So, when we say characters, ito yung mga tauhan sa story. Pwedeng yung tao, hayop, di kaya naman yung mga bagay, minsan na nagsasalita, ano? So, sila yung gumagawa ng mga aksyon sa story. So, they can be protagonist o bida. When we say antagonist naman, sila yung mga kontra-bida. Okay, this time we'll talk about characterization. Siguro hindi familiar ang iba dito. But when we say characterization, it is a writer's tool or a literary device that occurs anytime the author uses details to teach us about a person. This is used over the course of a story in order to tell the tale. So, ang characterization ay ang pamamaraan ng author para ipakilala ang characters sa story. Pwedeng makita natin ito sa dialogue ng ibang characters o di kaya naman sa action, sa paraan ng pag-iisip ng main character or ng kahit sinong character na gustong ipakilala ng author. Ngayon naman ay pag-usapan natin ang plot. Ano nga ba ang plot? Plot shows how the author arranges events to develop the basic idea. So pag sinabing plot, ito yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga pangyayari sa story. There are 5 essential parts of plot. First, we have exposition. Next, we have conflict or rising action. The third one is the climax. The fourth one is the falling action. And the fifth and last one, we have resolution or conclusion. We're gonna talk about each of them in the next slides. So let's start with exposition. Exposition is also known as introduction. So basically, it is the beginning of the story. So usually, dito ini-introduce ang setting and characters of the story. The next part of the plot is the conflict or rising action. It can be any form of struggle the main character faces. There may be only one central struggle, or there may be many minor obstacles within a dominant struggle. So basically, when you say conflict or rising action, dito na lumalabas yung problem, yung struggle ng isang character. Basically, ng main character ng bida sa isang story. So there are certain types of conflicts. First is character versus self. Struggles with own soul, physical limitations, choices, etc. So it is also known as internal conflict. Nasa loob mismo ng character yung problem niya. Next, we have external conflict. Struggle with a force outside one's self. So, ito yung problem ng main character ay hindi sa sarili niya kundi sa ibang bagay o sa ibang tao. First type of external conflict is character versus character. So, I guess this is the most common conflict in every story. So, it is a struggle against other people. So, merong ibang character na nagiging hadlang doon sa main character. So that is character versus character. So basically it's protagonist versus antagonist. Next we have character versus nature. Struggles against animals, weather, environment, etc. And the last type of external conflict is character versus society. Struggles against ideas, practices, or customs of others. Okay, the next part of the plot is the climax. Climax is the turning point of the story. Readers wonder what will happen next. Will the conflict be resolved or not? So climax, it is also known as the most exciting part of the story. So ito yung pinaka-aabangan ng mga mambabasa o manonood ng isang pelikula, yung climax, the turning point of the story. Mag-iiwan ito sa atin ng tanong na, ano kaya ang mangyayari sa susunod na kabanata? Next is falling action. It is where the resolution begins. Events and complications start to fall into place. These are the events between climax and denouement. So dito na nagsisimulang ma-resolve o maayos yung struggle o yung problemang nararanasan ng main character sa falling action. Okay, the last part of the plot is the resolution or conclusion. It is the final outcome of events in the story. So it is the ending of the story. Okay, now let's talk about setting. What is setting? Setting refers to the time and location when and where a story takes place. For some stories, the setting is very important, while for others, it is not. So yung setting, ito ay yung oras, yung panahon, at yung lokasyon kung kailan at saan nangyari ang story. So that is setting. Para sa ilang story, significant o mahalaga ang setting. Pero sa ibang story naman, wala lang. Hindi ito masyadong mahalaga. When examining how setting contributes to a story, there are multiple aspects to consider. First is the place. It is the geographical location where is the action of the story taking place. Yung lugar kung saan nangyari ang story. Next is the time. Is it in historical period? What is the time of the day, year, etc.? When is the story taking place? Kailan naganap ang story? Next is the weather conditions. Is it rainy, sunny, stormy, etc.? Next is the social conditions. What is the daily life of the main characters like? Does the story contain local color, writing that focuses on the speech, dress, mannerisms, customs, etc. of a particular place? And the last aspect to consider is the mood or atmosphere. What feeling is created at the beginning of the story? And that's it for this video lesson. Do you have questions? You can type it in the comment section.
And that's it for this video. But before I end this, I would like to read this quotation by Nelson Mandela. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his own language, that goes to his heart. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something at the same time. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell for you to get notified on the next videos that I will be uploading. Till next time!